Cooking oil. Over 3 million litres are imported into Barbados annually. It is used by households and hotels, roadside vendors and restaurants. Wherever we eat, you are sure to find this thick, sticky liquid has played some part in our food preparation. Once oil has fulfilled its function in the food preparation process, those thousands of litres, purchased for thousands of dollars, are mostly dumped. They become another element of waste in an ever-expanding volume.
In this particular project, oil is something that is definitely seen as a waste product. There's large-scale oil dumpings or blood and oil dumpings up at Lonesome Hill.
But what environmental price will our children have to pay for the continued use of our natural resources and the impact of our waste disposal on our tiny island?
What we're trying to do is to give people a focus, an outlet to be able to do something positive on the environment. So when they collect their oil at source, that's a positive aspect on the environment. Once it's actually processed into biodiesel, then that's a secondary positive impact on the environment.
Counterpart Caribbean was established to promote ways of living that protect our environment and encourage the preservation of our natural resources for future generations.
Each day we use resources. We don't even think about it a lot of the time. It's just turning on a tap, there's water. Jumping in a car, you're using up fossil fuels, you're using up, gas or diesel. We as individuals need to make sure that in that awareness we try and adapt to make sure that some of those resources are available for future generations.
One of the projects they are spearheading is the recycling of vegetable oil.
In this project, the oil that is collected is actually collected from the students of the Lestervaughan Secondary School. They collect oil from their homes, their neighbourhoods, their parents' workplaces, and they then bring it into school for a collection day on Friday mornings. And from there, the oil is taken up to the Future Centre where it's processed into biodiesel.
We told the kids about the project and we told them how they could contribute by bringing the oil. And then what we did at full assembly, we familiarized the entire school body with the project, and they too, even teachers, started to bring the oil and contribute.
I have brought from my own home. I have a friend who runs a small bar and restaurant, and he also collects it and I bring it here. And there's a colleague of mine who works at a larger school, a larger education institution, and he has been collecting from that canteen as well.
I would ask my father if he's not busy at the time. I would tell he would collect the oil from next door neighbors, districts, hotels, anybody that would be giving me the oil to help make the project better.
So we get the oil, then if we cannot bring it, then Nicole comes to our house and collects it and carry it to the Future Centre. And then what they do with the oil is change it into biodiesel, which is a better oil. It smells like French fries and pork rinds.
The object is to collect 1.25 litres of vegetable oil every week. We're going to have a catchment group of about 300 kids for this first phase of the project. So 300 kids bringing in 1.25 litres of vegetable oil is approximately 100 gallons of vegetable oil. Once it's converted to biodiesel, is sold, and 10 cents of every litre of biodiesel sold or every litre of vegetable oil brought in goes back to the students.
And then the students are presented with income at this point in time once every 3 months. And from that, they are also eligible for the awards program, which gives them the opportunity to win different vouchers.
So we actually have a popcorn machine and a diesel generator. The diesel generator provided by Simpson Motors will be running on biodiesel, which is the end product of what is created from all of your vegetable oil that's collected. The popcorn machine will enable the environmental club to create and have additional income, again to sustain the project.
The process of converting cooking oil to biodiesel involves the removal of the component which makes the oil thick, glycerin.
So we add caustic soda, we add 2 chemicals. One of those chemicals splits the vegetable oil molecule so that the glycerin falls off and it leaves behind the 3 fatty acids. And the second chemical is methanol, which then replaces the now removed glycerin. The biodiesel is basically a far more environmentally sound fuel. Cancer-causing agents are reduced by approximately 97% when using biodiesel. Carbon dioxide is reduced 100%. Sulfur dioxide is also reduced to 100%. It's completely biodegradable and non-toxic, and it smells like popcorn when it's coming out of the engine.
So, what has been the response to biodiesel in Barbados?
We found a lot of support in the general public for persons that actually hear about the project. They are very eager to hear when they can get a load of biodiesel. You know, how does it all affect? What can they do?
My van does block smoke quite a bit with regular diesel. When I use biodiesel, it cuts down a lot on that. It's a much cleaner burning fuel, for one. That's my main reason for using it.
Because we're environmentalists, because we want to do no harm to the environment, because for many years we, like most of the world, were using hydrocarbons and polluting and putting rubbish in the land and so on, we now want to start to give back. And therefore we want only to use materials and deal with materials which are environmentally friendly. We go down to the Future Centre and collect it from Hendel. My son-in-law, who serviced the generator a few weeks ago, said, "Man, I really like that stuff, you know, the smell." When I was servicing the generator, normally my hands would stink of diesel and it really clings, petroleum diesel. But he said, "This is a real nice smell, I like this."
The pleasant smell of biodiesel may be a bonus for users, but what is the main benefit?
Primarily environment. We don't have the sulfur fumes spewing out, we don't have the black smoke spewing out, which is an extreme difficulty for most people. The biodiesel has reduced that smoke to me, I would say comfortably, between 40 and 60%. That is my estimation. I like the use because they're taking used oil and remanufacturing it into something that we can use, thereby saving us foreign exchange.
While Counterpart Caribbean's biodiesel project has the potential to make a positive impact on the environment and the economy, the children involved in the project have learned valuable lessons.
I went to the UN house when we had the environmental thing, and I spoke for representing my school.
You feel good to know that you are doing something in the environment for future generations.
Sometimes when you see garbage, you're going to pick it up, and when you see my friends start doing it, it's going to pick it up. Don't drop it right there, pick it up.
Well, they're more environmentally conscious, especially the children in the club. They're very environmentally conscious.
Because it is a project which has a lot of potential, both from the educational side, but also I think it also has some economic possibilities attached to it.
The biodiesel project was made possible with the assistance of the Global Environmental Facility Small Grants Program, which is implemented locally by the United Nations Development Program. The project was also supported by several co-funders.
We saw an opportunity for young people from one of the largest secondary schools in Barbados to work with an NGO and also a sole proprietor, bringing together the conservation elements and also the business elements. We would want to promote this project as an example where young people, young students have partnered with an NGO and a sole proprietor and created an opportunity to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions in the environment in Barbados.
They have been very helpful in putting together our project proposal document, which took a good number of months, and generally giving us the support and the motivation to be able to, to keep going when you felt very much like it was a project that was, it seemed to be all too big for sort of one or two persons to handle.
Biodiesel will never be able to replace all of the diesel consumption in Barbados. There's simply not enough vegetable oil to do that much of an impact. It could replace approximately 5% of that diesel market. Biodiesel should not be the only technology we should be implementing. Solar energy, ethanol production, all of these need to be other components to assist in the renewable energy process.
The only true value of the past is the lessons it has taught us.
While this project has focused on the recycling of used vegetable oil, it also raises other environmental issues. What constitutes waste and how can we use it to our benefit? In what other areas can we develop an entrepreneurial spirit in our young people? How can we control other areas of negative environmental impact? The need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and adapt to the effects of climate change. Counterpart Caribbean challenges you to do your part and thanks you and the following partners for your support.